Hi, I'm here with Sarah.
Hi.
Ginty. And McNabb of the Creepshow. So guys, tell me about how the tour's going so far.
The tour is going great. We were in the States for about 2.5, 3 weeks, which was awesome. And then we just started the Stomp tour a week and a half ago with the Dreadnoughts and the Hypnophonics. And it's going amazing.
The beginning of the tour was a lot warmer because we were in southern U.S. and Texas, and now it's freezing.
Yeah, we were in L.A. like a week and a half ago in this hot sun, and then as soon as we got to Victoria, we were like, oh yeah, that.
Oh, yeah.
She'll take you down and make you tremble. And the speaker somewhere in the rain,
I missed Canada, despite how cold it was. It's nice to be back, but I have to wear pants now. No more shorts.
He doesn't like wearing pants.
You guys were featured on the Wet soundtrack, so do you want to tell me a little bit more about how that came about?
Well, I was at a bar with Elijah Dushku at the start of the game, and I was like, babe, we gotta work together soon, because it's been too long. And then what actually happened was...
We played a show in Montreal at Fouf's, and right after we played, this guy came up and said, hey, you want to be in this video game? And we're like, sure, talk to our label guy. He's right over there. And then, and then our label guy was like, yeah, they want to put you on this new video game. And then we totally forgot about it. And then we were on tour in Detroit, and the guy that we stayed with had the game. And he's like, oh, you guys are on this game? And we're like, oh, yeah. So our drummer Matt played it, and it looked amazing.
this sounds called Shake! I love what you love. You love what I lack. But there was once upon a time.
I actually, when our label emailed us and said, what kind of system do you want the game for? They were like, PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360. And I was like, do they make it for Super Nintendo? Because that's, like, if it's not left to right, like Mario Brothers, left to right, I haven't gone past that point at all. If I get in those, like, weird 3D games, I just do circles and then fall. So.
I love what you wear. You hate when girls cry. You got some dangerous eyes.
Has anyone actually asked you about it? Any friends or fans asked you, hey, I heard you on the soundtrack?
A lot of people on the U.S. part of the tour, I guess right when it came out, were like, did you guys know we're on this video game? I guess that's what everyone from the U.S. sounds like.
I think it actually is I think it's actually become a bigger game than any of us actually expected it to be. Because I don't know a lot of people in the gaming community, but the ones that I do know have been waiting for that game to come out forever. So we were like, oh, maybe we should have gotten paid.
So what the fuck? You guys having a good time tonight or what? It is hot in here.
Okay, so you guys have gotten a chance to check out the game. I thought it was pretty cool. I loved hearing you guys on it. Definitely, your song fit with the rest of the soundtrack really, really well. And the whole, kick-ass, badass chick vibe. But what I want to know about is your tour dates and your upcoming album.
Well, after this, we still have about 2 weeks left on the Canadian part. Mm-hmm. And then Sarah goes and does her own solo tour in Europe, a few days after.
A day after.
A day after. For about a month.
For about 4.5 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. And then she comes home, and we're going to play New Year's show in Toronto. And then we do a U.S. tour. We decided halfway through this tour that it's too fucking cold in Canada, so we booked like 2 weeks in California just to hang out down there.
Just California.
And then we fly from there to Australia, do about a week and a half, and then come home, and then we go to Japan.
We definitely have started talking about a third album, but it's still we're still planning around basically the Australia and the Japan dates. So we're hoping that in the spring, like March, April, we'll be able to start getting into the studio and laying stuff out. But it's crazy. We know a bunch of bands that put out an album every year, but for us, we tour so much that we're it takes us a year and a half just to get to every place we want to get to for one album. So we're getting there.
And it just got released outside of Canada, like Australia, Japan, and the U.S. Just came out in the U.S. like a week ago, so we still have a ton of touring to do before we put out a new record. So it's going to be busy.
Busy times, busy times. So, did you guys, any of you, get a chance to touch, maybe molest Eliza Dushku?
She asked me on a date once. I said, "I'm sorry, babe. You're no SMG."
Oh, wow. I think that having that last name must have sucked growing up. Because the word douche is in there.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. We're looking forward to the show. We're going to get you guys back downstairs. You got to get ready. And I'm going to be in the crowd just going like this.
Yes.
Nice. Right on.
Thanks,
Head
guys.
banging.
Watch the bang over.
Bang over.
And I know